Hello, welcome back to my channel and thank you for being here. Today I thought it'd be a lot of fun to share exactly how I set up and create a comic book page from beginning rough thumbnails all the way through to final inks. Obviously this video will be sped up, but yeah, I'm just going to share my thought process as I'm creating this page. And this is a page from my own creator-owned indie comic called Jack Dodger. And this is page 10, I believe. And if you want to learn more about my comic, Jack Dodger, head over to my Patreon where there's nearly 10 fully inked and final pages of Jack Dodger's comic, as well as character designs, including tutorials and design breakdowns to get you drawing better and faster. It's free to join to check out the artwork, but special perks for tiered members, including a free download of my ebook on how to draw superhero design and structure. Now back to this page. In this page, the heroes have just crashed on a primitive unknown world and they've just encountered the cannibalistic alien inhabitants. So I need to work out a compelling page layout that guides the reader's eye through the page, but also includes some interesting posing and character acting. And I also definitely want to include a page-turning cliffhanger as the final panel. So this page will be the catalyst for all the action that happens in the next few pages. In the previous page, the heroes are surveying the area when this hostile group sneaks up on them. So I need to include a big splash panel revealing the aliens for the first time, and I need the heroes to react with surprise and fear. So as I'm working out my posing and my layout, here I'm working out interesting panel shapes because I want it to seem sort of chaotic and kinetic. And the panel designs should always convey that as well to the reader. So I'm working out all my compositional details and problem solving in this small thumbnail drawings. Thumbnails are disposable sketches that you can throw away and redo without losing any real time. You want to fix all of your mistakes and make sure everything is working in the thumbnail stage before you blow it up to full size and start finalizing any of your artwork. So the three most vital stages of any comic book page creation begins with 1, the rough thumbnail stage, and 2, your loose or clean pencil stage, and 3 would be the final inking stage. After that, colors, lettering, and sound effects are also added that really finalize and finish the page. But again, the most vital stages are here in the early planning stages. And one of the things you really want to plan for is your word balloon placement in your rough and pencil stage. You want to make sure there's enough room for dialogue and storytelling to really be included to help tell your story. And for me, as I'm cleaning up my rough thumbnails and blowing it up into a clean pencil version, I'm really starting to realize what I've created isn't quite working. It's not doing exactly what I wanted to do, so I'm probably going to have to revise it a fair bit in the pencil stage. And the problems I'm seeing are not drawing related, they're more composition related and character redundancies or panel redundancies. There's no point in having 2 panels that look almost completely identical. You have a limited amount of space to tell a story, so each panel needs to have a specific point. So what I'm seeing is that while the characters on this panel are reacting to the threat, we don't need to include them in the next panel, which is supposed to be the splash panel revealing the aliens. I'm also finding that this panel is a little too similar again to the top panel, but I may include it because the character does have some dialogue at this point. But there's no need to have 3 panels of your heroes reacting to an off-screen threat. So while the drawings are coming along nicely for this page, I'm definitely going to have to rearrange these panels and get rid of things that aren't needed. So I'm going to reuse some of these drawings, but I'm going to rearrange the panel layout. And that should look something like this. I want to put a much bigger emphasis on the aliens coming out of the forest, and that will be my center splash panel, and everything should work around that main panel. And the alien designs and all my character designs have been previously worked out and designed long ago, so now I can just drop in some reference so I know exactly what they look like. And now the composition and layout is definitely coming together in a way that I'm really happy with. However, it's not perfect. The final two panels just aren't working for the setup for the next page, and I have a script off screen, and what happens next doesn't align with the final two panels, so I need to rework those as well. So I'll end this page with a close-up of an alien blasting his energy spear towards Jack, and I think that will tie the page together, and now I'm going to start working on my final inks. This is about as clean as I want my pencil lines to be. And the reason for that is because I'm inking my own work, so there's no need for me to really polish and finely detail my pencil work. If I was handing off clean penciled pages to a different inker, then yeah, I'd want my pencils to be really solid so the inker knows exactly what lines to follow. But again, for me, it's my own work. I know how to ink it, so I don't need a lot of penciling details. So for me, the inking stage is where your page gains depth and readability. And two of the most useful techniques to all inkers is spotting your blacks and using line weight, thick and thin lines to convey depth and detail. By spotting blacks, we can put foreground elements or even background elements in complete blackness or silhouette or heavily shadowed, and that can really help guide the reader's eye through the composition of your page, and it's definitely something that I like to do a lot with my pages. And with line weight or line thickness, I like to give my characters a nice solid outline to really hammer home the silhouette of their pose, and then any fine detail in their anatomy or their details of their costume will be using a much finer line. And the same goes for objects in the distance, because we can really create depth with our line weight. Distant objects, very thin lines. Foreground objects, very thick lines. And yeah, simple inking techniques that all inkers use, and you should also use it for your comics. And if you like this video and you're finding any inspiration for creating and working on your own comic, then please subscribe, hit the like button, and definitely leave me a comment below and tell me what are the things that you're struggling with, that you're working on. I'd love to hear your questions and feedback, and I promise I will respond to every comment and help you out in the best way that I can. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you subscribe, and please head over to my Patreon, become a free member, check out my artwork, and become a fan of Jack Dodger. And hey, if you want to support the channel, then become a tiered member where you can download a lot of exclusive perks for tiered members. And links below, and I wish you all the best, and I will see you in the next one. Keep drawing.